Gotta give some props to TheraSpecs. I don't know if you ever watch any of my stuff. I'm always wearing these red glasses, and I know a lot of people think I'm probably wearing them to be cool. I actually, sorry TheraSpecs, I really didn't like the way they looked on my face for a while, but I started getting compliments. I guess some people do. I just got a new pair that I think look a lot better, and I replaced the old ones. They're disgusting. Anyway, these glasses, I gotta show you them. You've seen them on me. The reason I wear them is because they block the harmful effects of fluorescent light exposure. Fluorescent lights shake around. They can cause lupus symptoms, suicidality, crazy things. My dad and his brother have supposedly one of the worst cases of light sensitivity on Long Island. That's what my dad said. They're diagnosed. I've never been diagnosed for light sensitivity. I've been to a doctor in a long time. And yeah, but I figured if the light sensitivity runs in my family on my dad's side, and they can't handle like any artificial light. As soon as the sun goes down, I can really only do soft light. Anything bright, really, like it hurts. I start getting weird symptoms. My grandma had lupus. You know, God forbid I get it too. She did a lot of work with Arthritis Foundation. So I ordered these glasses. You might have seen them on my face because I always wore them. As soon as I got them, they changed my life. I got a new pair. We'll show you. Kind of cool. I gotta say, they look really good on my grandma too. So thank you, TheraSpecs. I just had to show this because number one, I love the product so much. And number two, actually, this is really the reason why I'm doing this. Howie Hoffman, love you, Howie. He started pHresh Greens. I met him when he was still starting the company, kind of getting it off the ground. Now it's a super big company. There's pHresh products. There's other companies I won't name that are sort of related. There's a whole operation going on. It's like, watch out, Monsanto, you know? I mean, Monsanto's a big corporation, you know, maybe it'll be as big as that one day, but I watched him start. And the reason I know him the reason why I'm doing this is because, I shouldn't do that. Howie Hoffman sent me a handwritten note when I got Phesh Greens. Now, when I found out about Phesh Greens, I was becoming a health counselor thanks to Tanya Hayek Mercer and Christine, oh my God, it's been so long, 2009, 2010, right? So I get a handwritten note from Phesh Greens for ordering Phesh Greens. That's nice. And I was like, huh. And I think I looked them up on Facebook, and I somehow became friends with the founder of Phesh Greens. So the founder of Phesh Greens and all of Phesh Greens is happening in New York, in Long Island. At the time, I'm from Long Island, but I'm in DC for 10 years. I lived 10 years in DC, so I'm in my last year. I didn't know I was going to buy a house. I was this close to buying a place and staying there forever. I was never going to come back from DC. I loved it. I had friends, blah, blah, blah. I had a job. I had a busy fitness clientele. I loved training, and I loved teaching health. But I gave it all up to move back to New York for my parents. That's another story. Yeah, so Howie Hoffman, Phesh Greens, wrote me a handwritten note. I found him on Facebook, and he said something to me. I've told this story before. He said something to me on Facebook. He responded to something, like trying to tell me something about health. And I kind of responded. I remember I was at my grandma's house, and I even know where I was. I was in her dining room on my computer, I want to say. It's probably 2009, 2010, November probably. Thanksgiving, I was with my grandma. And I remember Howie, he tried to say something or teach me something about health, but it was like super basic, like something, you know, the general public wouldn't know. And I responded back, like, kind of snarky, like, dude, like, yeah, I know, like, I'm a health counselor, I'm a trainer, like, we know that. Like, hello, you know, but the general public, if you're not teaching it, I was full-time teaching health, you're not gonna